knew it.
Last episode's called Journey's End.
Is it because the journey's ending?
Journey's ending.
Let's go!
Oh, oh my god, what's the song that I'm thinking of? Something journey. Life is a run, I want to keep... No, it's everywhere and everything, isn't it?
That's at the beginning from Anastasia.
No, I'm thinking of a different one.
That's the song you were singing, though.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's the beginning from Anastasia.
Journey with you, right? That one?
No, it's start at the beginning.
Yeah.
With you. Yeah, that's the ending song from Anastasia.
What a fucking throwback. Guys, I actually like the 90s. There were simpler times. I was very young.
Ready?
Oh, but like, how the gate works is very different. I'm not sure if that's a big spoiler.
It's
for
fine.
Lesson 3. All right, let's go.
Yay.
We are back. We are talking about the major climax of the series of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood with episode 63, The Other Side of the Gateway.
We're fine emotionally.
Dara, anything to say before we get started?
I just said it. We're fine emotionally.
Sure.
I will say, like, so far, like, I don't know. I think, and you kind of said this, like, the last episode was kind of more like an epilogue. Mm-hmm. But, like, I'm satisfied. I'm pretty satisfied.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Right. Yeah, I'm good.
What did I tell you? Would I ever lie to you?
I mean,
I would. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Not about this.
I think we kind of both do this. Like by the end, like we will say to each other if like you're gonna be satisfied or not. Like yeah. I'm like, okay, like I know the show like got canceled, so like you're not gonna be fully satisfied. Yeah. So like yeah. I think we're honest in that sense. We're not honest about the journey.
No, it's true, but we're honest about the destination. Yeah. So
much is happening.
Edward Elric punches God in the face.
Woo!
What is on the other side?
First, we gotta kill Father. And I feel like at this point, it's just like done. Mm-hmm. How was that all working?
I mean,
when I've absorbed God. How can a mere human?
Good question.
A meager alchemist.
Because
it's still like.
I know, but it feels like if the Al's body's like just messed up.
Yeah.
Then like that arm should not have any muscle.
Yeah. I love this show. That's actually it's such a good. I'm gonna spend so much time talking about this one little moment, but like it's such a perfect. It's so.
It's funny. Did he punch
perfect.
God or did he punch like the devil?
Let's not bring a concept of a devil into this.
Okay.
No, I think I think it makes more sense if thematically. We don't want to complicate this with the idea of a devil. The idea, so much of this show, and we've talked about this before, and this gets really talked about more later in this episode as well. The pursuit of knowledge and science and like this advancement and this like the idea of like science advancement and evolution at the cost of what. And at the end of it, we see this like so like quote unquote perfect being just being punched to death. Just being absolutely bludgeoned by a person. And it's not Ed using well, Ed does use alchemy before this. And but like some of these final blows are not Ed utilizing his magnificent skills of alchemy. He's punching the shit out of him. Yeah. And it's so good.
Yeah.
And yep, so a lot of this is just there's fighting. And Father is losing, really. And so he gets desperate, and so he reaches out for Greed.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Give me your soul, Greed. Be a good son.
Fuck you, Dad.
No! Fight it, Greed! Let go, dumbass! You're gonna get dragged in with me!
No way! I'm not letting you go that easily!
I'm your friend!
With me if I'm gonna be emperor!
Just let go! My entire being was extracted from his greed, and the power that's trying to reclaim me is a hell of a lot stronger than your body!
And he tries to take Greed's Philosopher's Stone once more. He's like, hey, you're my boy. Give it to me. And he starts trying to... He kind of punches through Greedling's stomach and then tries to just pull the stone away. So we see like in the subspace that Ling exists with like surrounded by the souls of Greed and get to see like the essence of Greed. They're kind of talking. It's literally a tug of war match.
Yeah.
Like Ling is trying to keep Greed.
Because you're my buddy.
Yeah, because think this is the real ship of the show. Greed and Ling. They formed a very close bond. We can see that, but they also are both kind of denying. Well, Greed's kind of denying. He's like, you dumb little kid. It's like, don't do this. And Ling's like, no, we have to stay together. And so we have this like back and forth between them, and Greed's just trying to say like, hey, like I am this guy. Like that is my daddy. I can't not go. I don't want to, but like, what am I gonna do? This guy made me.
Yeah.
And Ling's like, you can just not. You don't need
to be
You can say no. You can try to fight back.
Just because they made you doesn't mean you need to support them.
It's true. It's true. Which is a really interesting. Oh my god, we forgot to talk about this in an earlier episode. Pride and Ed have a very similar conversation about this, where like Pride is we have to follow him because he's our father. And it's like, no, you don't. It's such like an interesting. The fight between the daddy issues is really good.
I don't even call my father Papa.
Right. It's such a. Ed and Pride have a lot of their fight is really good because again we have like the idea of like two short people fighting, which is fun, and how that's actually brought to be like thematically relevant, and then the idea of like blind trust in a father versus like outward rejection of one, even though like their fathers are very different people. Well, technically,
I think in morals,
yes, in morals they're very different people. And so, but the way that they're diametrically opposed is very cool and a very good moment of him being like, no, you're not a better person for just blindly following something. And which also helps, I think, in the deconstruction of Pride's the whole essence. Anyway, sorry I missed that before. Forgive me. Now we're talking about Greed, though. And, of course, if Ling keeps holding on too hard to Greed as he's being pulled away, like, Ling is going to be caught up in this, too.
Yeah.
And we can already see that. Like, it's already kind of trying to pull away at his essence. So Greed is like, hey, you idiot. Don't do that. Ling says that, hey, but what about this whole becoming emperor thing? Greed is like...
You know, it's not quite as ideal as being king of the world, but I can make do with Emperor Shing. Let's fight him together! Hey, partner!
Aw, like, oh my god, this is the real ship of the show.
What are you...
It's time to say goodbye, kid. There's no point in you getting sucked into my old man with me.
Aw.
Hold on a second, Greed! You just told me we'd fight together! Didn't you?
Oh yeah. Greed is like, hey, that actually sounds good. Maybe you're right. Maybe we will fight together. Let's do this, buddy. And Ling's like, hell yeah, dude.
And you can trust me, I definitely don't lie ever.
Yeah, we hell yeah, dude. Let's do it. And so he's like, just, let me go. I'll fight back. We'll go. So Ling ends up letting go. And then Greed is like, actually, I lied. And Ling is really taken aback by this because your whole thing is that you don't lie. Like, your whole thing is that you don't lie. And then Greed ends up being like, he's like,
you fell for it! Hook, line, and sinker, you pissant! That was the one and only lie of my life.
oh.
That's kind of sweet.
My father has a philosopher's stone, so you don't even need me anymore, kid.
But I do.
Bye, friend.
Greed!
Why is this kind of sad,
Don't
though?
do this!
Hey! Line five!
First time for everything. Bye! And so Greed pieces out, ends up getting absorbed back into a father. Which is interesting now, because now Ling is no longer part homunculus. He is no longer immortal. He is just Ling now.
I was right.
Dara was so right. Dara called this. Very good, Dara.
Also, if we'll go finish up Greed stuff.
Sure. Yeah, Greed, as he's kind of leaving the body, yells like from Ling's mouth. He's like, Lan Fan, let's do it. Lan Fan comes in and then severs the connection, basically slices off father's arm, and then, kind of officially separates them. So, good stuff there.
Greed!
Oh!
Hey!
I finally got away from that annoying brat.
You liked him. Well, now he's invincible?
Greed! Why would you betray your own father?
because you're
I've always
toxic.
had a rebellious streak, Pops. Don't act so surprised.
So I was also right.
You were right.
I was right.
That was good.
Yay!
Anyway, so Father's like, hell yeah, I got Philosopher's Stone back, and Greed is like, haha, actually, fuck you. And then decides to launch an attack from the inside.
Hooray!
Which is very, very good. It's kind of, how would we describe this? It feels like the whole his like metal body or the Yes.
ultimate shield is like on him, but it's not really like working.
Yes. Okay. The wiki describes this well, so thank you, wiki writers. I love you. It's more like it starts building him in his ultimate shield form, which is, of course, as we've learned, like a form of carbon, and so it turns the body to carbon, but Greed kind of makes it like a very weak form of carbon.
Yeah.
So instead of being like a diamond, it's more like graphite. And so Father's body suddenly becomes very weak, which is great, which is awesome.
And then he like tries to like take him out of it.
You crafty devil! Be gone, fool! Return to nothing!
Did you get Enid?
Great!
Oh, my buddy.
Aw, they were friends.
Oh, damn it. Looks like this is the end.
My Greed will miss him.
I could do without that pitiful look right now, you pissant.
Aw.
You're wrong, Greed! They'll always be a part of you! Friends are a part of your soul!
Oh.
Yeah. And then Father realizes what's going on. He's like, oh, no, you didn't. And then tries to remove Greed, realizing that this is bad. I gotta take this guy out of here. And then Greed begins to fade away. And we have like a moment with Greed where he's like, wow, maybe the real Greed was the friends we made along the way. And then Greed has a moment of reflecting. Gets definitely one of the more peaceful deaths of the homunculi.
I was right.
You're right. So Greed is gone. But Greed had a moment of realizing what it means to be Greed and what he wanted. And he did get what he wanted because he got friends.
Got friends who care about him and who he actually wanted to hang out with.
Yeah.
Don't just his own.
Maybe he won't admit it, but he's like, oh yeah.
Bye, Greed. We'll miss you.
Uh,
You were the only good one, really.
bye, Greed. You were complicated, but you know what? You helped us out, so we appreciate it.
No, he's got the. Oh. Shit.
Got him. Oh shit.
Union.
Release them. The souls.
Is he dead?
I'm working on it.
That's it.
Aw. They've been freed.
Oh, now they can be in heaven.
A stone!
Alright, so now that Father has been incredibly weakened, Ed goes up and punches a hole in the middle of Father.
Hooray.
And then from there is, because the physical form has been so greatly damaged, it really also partially destroys the Philosopher's Stone. So the Philosopher's Stone is almost cracked open. And so ton of the souls from Xerxes end up like rushing out of this body and then being freed.
Hooray.
Which is very exciting because, as you remember, it is horrifying and traumatizing to be in a Philosopher's Stone because your soul is just in a primordial goop of horror and despair. So it's great when...
And there's a bunch of other souls in there, so it gets really cramped.
Yeah. You can't stretch your legs. It's terrible. So the souls from Xerxes finally get to be freed, which means that the Philosopher's Stone is depleted, and Father is body is gone.
What? This can't! What is this? Go back to where you were born. Go back.
In a flask?
to nothing. Homunculus.
Nope.
Why? I just
Is he turning back to Ovidas?
Essentially is fading, and as the body is fading, he kind of like returns in of himself. He's like kind of like crunching down, returning to fetal position, and then kind of like imploding almost.
Yeah.
And we get to see Father in his most original form, which is just the little homunculus in the flask.
Well, he's not in the flask.
He's not in the flask, but he is in front of the gate, and he does get to have a conversation with Truth.
Why, God? How did I disappoint you?
You were incapable of believing in yourself.
Interesting.
You stole your power from others. You rejected your human origins and chose to covet the power of what you called God. You never grew beyond your days in the flask. Did you truly think you'd become superior to humans by removing your 7 desires? Don't make me laugh.
Yeah, you fucking
What's wrong with
idiot.
that? I only wanted to obtain perfection. I wanted this world's knowledge for my own.
And we get to see kind of, the homunculus really just has a moment of being, humbled, because it's, he's trying to figure out, he's like, man, what did I do wrong? He's like, I was just trying to be God. Why wouldn't you let me? And he, is talking to the gate and talking to Truth, trying to be like, what did I do wrong? This is what I could have been. This is what I should have been. What's going on
Was
here?
it the multiple genocides?
Was the multiple genocides? And the answer that Truth gives him is so fascinating, because he says, what you did wrong, you failed because you did not believe in yourself. And you're like, that sounds weird. You mean if you just had more self-confidence, you would have
Isn't it true for all of
succeeded
us?
in genocide? I mean, I guess, but I'm not sure it's good. But what he explains is that the homunculus took so much from humans. He was in his way, he was part with the humans, and he took everything that humanity had given him. Because remember, he had to Hohenheim's blood. He was brought to this side of the existence by humans. Everything that he got from that, he shed in order to become that highly evolved, godlike being. And that's what he did wrong. He took everything about himself and removed it, made his children, took all of his 7 desires, is what the Truth says. You took all of your 7 desires, of course, the 7 deadly sins, and you removed them, you purged them from yourself. And because of that, you shook off everything about who you were. Of course you're going to fail, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, you do fail if you don't stay true to yourself.
So true.
Also, I was right.
About which part?
I kept saying that I think this plan is gonna fail because we're not paying. We're thinking too little of humans.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, and exactly.
I kept saying that. I kept saying these people are gonna fail because they don't pay attention to human emotions and how far humans are willing to go to protect the people that they love.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so smart.
Oh, you are. You're very good. And so it's really interesting because again we see this go from this great powerful being to just a little homunculus once again.
What are you anyway? Do you even have a name? Who the hell do you think you are?
Who am I?
24601.
One name you might have for me is the world. Or you might call me the universe. Or perhaps God. Or perhaps the truth. I am all, and I am one. So, of course, this also means that I am you. I'm the truth of your despair. The inescapable price of your boastfulness.
And, of course, then the homunculus asks, Truth, what are you? And he's like, he gives the textbook answer. He's like, I'm the universe, I'm the world, I'm all, I'm one, I'm God, I'm truth. Call me what you want. Very nondescript, everything but also nothing. Remember, all is one, one is all, another large theme from this show.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Exactly. Let's go.
Don't do this to me. I can't.
I did nothing wrong. I'm just a little guy.
Please stop. I can't bear to be bound any longer.
But I'm just a little guy and it's my birthday.
This despair is reserved for the boastful.
Just tell me what I was supposed to do.
You brought this outcome upon yourself.
That's true.
What I do wrong? What should I have done?
So much. You did so much wrong. There's a lot of genocide.
So much. Hey, maybe killing people was bad.
Hey.
Let's see. The homunculus asks what he should have done to avoid his fate. Truth gives him the response, you simply must have seen the answer with your own eyes. And then basically the gate opens and then comes to collect the homunculus to bring him back to the other side. The homunculus is terrified because what the homunculus wanted the most, and I think this is a scene at the beginning of this episode. It's kind of implied at the beginning of this episode, but at the end, in the most simplest form, the homunculus was a small being confined. It was a little guy in a flask, could not leave the flask, did everything he did to expand beyond his container. But all he did was just change the size and shape of his container. And so a lot, not just to become God, but to be free. And I think to the homunculus, being God, being highly evolved, was the same as being free. It was a freedom from something. And he was always trying to seek that kind of freedom. And it's really interesting because I think that also plays in the parallels between the homunculus and Papa and Hohenheim, because we can't ignore the similarities in how they came to be. Mm-hmm. Both of them were confined and seeking ways to be beyond that. Really, Hohenheim at the beginning wasn't really trying to do anything. Of course, as you remember, when Hohenheim, very first time we see him, when we first see him in the past, he is a slave without a name. Mm-hmm. And he, in a way, is also confined as well. So there's a parallel there that's not, I think, lost. There's some kind of, the way it's visually shot, we're supposed to draw that connection. And so it's just kind of pitiful. But the homunculus is then pulled into the gate and gets to figure it out. And then never gets what he wants. He is now confined, forever locked whatever lies behind the other side.
We did it!
We did it, yay!
We're all happy, no ramifications. So it's fine.
What happened? Is it over?
Aww!
When?
Yes. Although
Roy!
Alphonse hasn't returned from the other side.
Time, please. Yeah, no shit.
It's not your fault, honey.
It's not your fault, May.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was Al's decision.
It was.
Ed, I've got the toll for him. Take it. It's a philosopher's stone. Use it to bring him back.
Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
I can't.
Damn it!
Do you remember Alphonse?
No.
Yeah, he's not here anymore. He left his soul because he's like, all right, I'm out skis. Have fun winning the war. And of course, everyone is a little bit horrified by that because we all like Al.
I'm
Al.
glad
Big fan of Al.
that Ed's okay with.
Ed is not okay.
He's not
right
okay,
now.
so he's really upset.
Ed, so we know that, what Alphonse said, human transmutation, we know where he is. He's on the other side of the gate. We have to find a way to bring him back there.
Yes.
And we know that there's ways to do this. You have to pay the toll. You have to pay the toll. You can't get around that. This is the law of equivalent exchange.
Yes. And people are like bringing up like the easy way out, which is like, hey, like Lanvan's like, I've got a philosopher's stone. Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, it's so interesting too because, and we're kind of playing into, we've talked about this before, like how do we think that they're going to get their bodies back? And you had some theories too, but it's so interesting because we have multiple methods at our disposal, but in order to use them, the main character has to go against his personal philosophy and morals. He
has to lose himself.
Yes. We discovered early on in the show what a philosopher's stone is and what it's made out of. The characters said early on, this is not the way we are going to do it. We're going to find a way to do this the right way that does not come at the cost of people's lives. And so it's not like we're searching for this thing still. Like we have it. We have multiple answers at our disposal. So first, Lanfan is like, I have a philosopher's stone, which is a huge offering in and of itself because they know that the folks from Jing need this to, secure their own status, whether that is for Ling being emperor, and in turn Lanfan as well, or Mei Chang for assuring the survival of her clan. So for her to offer it up is huge in and of its own right, and this is what, in tying with how important personal connections are in this show and relationships, because it's huge. That means a lot. Hohenheim.
Use my life for the toll. Use me to save Alphonse. I've got just enough life left.
No way! I could never do that, you dumbass! This doesn't have anything to do with you! It's their own damn fault!
It's my kid.
They won't use another human life to get Al back, and I don't care whose it is!
Ed.
Why should you sacrifice your life for our mistake?
Because I'm his father. And that's the only thing that matters.
Like, hey, I used up like all the souls, but I got one left. Let me do this for you.
It took every fiber of my being to not scream I was right.
Yeah.
I mentioned this.
You said this a few times. You're like, oh, well, it makes sense, and it does. I think thematically.
I think like it made sense. I think originally I was like, he's just gonna do this, and then I thought it was gonna be a thing of like he's dying, might as well.
Yeah, which is kind of where we are because Hohenheim is worse for wear. And again, he's only got the one life
He's
left.
fine.
And so Hohenheim is on his way out.
And then we
anyway.
start crying.
And then we start crying. But like, so I think if the show had ended with Hohenheim making a sacrifice for his children, I don't think it would have been a bad ending.
No, I agree.
It would have made sense, and I feel like that's a lot most logical because it's easy, like it's tried and true method, and we know that Hohenheim, historically not a great father, needs to atone for his children, and
If he made a better plan without this whole thing, he would have been a better father.
he gave life to his kids, or he helped give life to his kids,
The fun way.
the fun way, but now he would be giving life to his kids to make up for all the life that he missed, and that makes sense. But we do it so much better in this show.
I agree. Also, because if it went that way with like Hohenheim doing it, then like the Brotherhood thing kind of would have went out the window.
Yeah, exactly, and so it would have dampened the theme of Brotherhood, and also still. It's still a Philosopher's Stone, even though Hohenheim is a good guy and he became a Philosopher's Stone unwillingly, unconsensually.
Yes.
It's still
And was manipulated.
yeah. It's still going through that method that they didn't want to do.
And I do bear some responsibility for this.
You do.
This might not have happened if I'd just been there for you.
That's true.
Sure, that is. We've talked about that.
Sorry.
I want to be with my wife now.
I've lived long enough. Just give me this chance to act like a father for once.
Oh, honey. No.
Shut up, you rotten father! You say something and I'll knock you out!
Ed kind of has a very tearful moment where I think he's finally connecting with his father, of course, at the very end of things, as everyone's about to die. So Ed says, no, that's stupid. We're not doing that. And I don't think he wants to sacrifice his father for his brother. I mean, he's finally figuring out, I think he's starting to understand his father. I'm not sure that means he likes him at all. But he does finally in this place, like actually finally
I feel like the
refer to
hate's
him.
going.
Yeah, he finally refers to him as his father. I think in the manga, in the English translation, he says dad, which I think like strikes a lot harder. I've said this before, but the manga I think has a lot more room to play because they don't have to deal with like lip sync and things like that to say things in a way that I think hits harder, even if it's not the more accurate translation. There's been a couple lines that I way prefer to read them in the manga than how they play out in the dub. I so much respect to people who do dubs because like you have a lot of limitations that you have to play with. But I think it's a lot more impactful because in the manga, I think Ed, in this kind of like very tearful, like FU moment, does finally call Hohenheim dad. And the only time he ever will. So Ed does not want to sacrifice one life for another. That's not what we do things here. So he's forced himself to think. He's like, we have to think outside the box. He's like, I'm the youngest state alchemist. Like I've done this. I can do this. I can transmute without circles. He is smart. He's figured things out before. He's forcing himself to step up because he has to step up because it's for his brother. Brotherhood. And so Ed finally figures it out.
May, stand back a little.
Oh. Oh.
What's the... I don't now's the time for drawing, kid.
Make some arts and crafts. And he starts putting it together. And what he does is he ends up drawing a huge human transmutation circle. And I think that gets identified. Ling identifies it. He's like, oh, I remember this. This is human transmutation. Interesting. And Ed gets pretty excited. He's actually, once he puts it together, he's like, oh shit, yeah, let's go.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Bye.
This is my last transmutation.
Taking a breather.
Stand back and enjoy the show.
Okay, bye.
Hi.
I don't know what the plan is here. I feel like we're gonna cut the credits soon, though.
Stop it!
Elric! No, Edward Elric!
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Oh, I didn't know we got that part yet.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
And then you draw the circle.
He draws a circle and says, this will be the Fullmetal Alchemist's final transmutation.
And then he's like, bye.
Bye! And so Ed transmutes himself, ends up going to the gate, and the truth asks him, he's like, all right, I know what you're here for. I know what you want. What are you going to pay to get it?
Just how do you plan on pulling an entire human out of here? What's your payment? Do you intend to offer your own body?
Yeah, I've got your payment right here. So go ahead and take it. This thing is my portal of truth. So I get to make the decision on how it's used. Is that right?
And Ed says the most mind-blowing fucking line in the entire show. Holy shit. This when I read this for the first time, it like blew my mind, and I was like, oh my god, it makes so much sense. Everything makes it like all comes together. It's so perfect. It is so perfect. So Ed points to his gate, and he said that you can have this. And what Ed is doing is that he is sacrificing his ability to use alchemy. All his alchemical knowledge, everything that he has worked for. The ability to use alchemy is not, it's not just the ability to use alchemy, but it's so much of him. He's giving up this for his brother. Yeah, Dara.
But can he not relearn it?
No, he can't do it. So if he like claps.
No. I know he can't do that again. But can he like go back to like reading the books and like write and like doing the circles again? Can he do that still? Why?
So he can have the knowledge. He can know what a circle is. He can see a circle, know how to read the circle. But it's almost like that connection to you know how we said alchemy is like they draw power from like tectonic shifts and everything like that. It's basically like, and you know how Father was kind of inserted himself in the middle and allowed himself to kind of turn that off as need be. It's basically a block just for Ed now. His connection to that alchemical energy and that alchemical power is severed.
Okay.
He is giving he's giving up that gate. He's giving up that entire thing. And so it's like, so he is smart enough to probably be able to be like, oh, this circle means this, be able to draw a circle and know what it does and be able to teach somebody. He cannot use that. That energy has not come to him. Yeah, if he wanted to. But yes, so Ed gives up his ability to use alchemy, which is so much of who he is at this point.
Yeah.
And it's such a big thing. And he says, this is what I'm giving up. And the truth is ecstatic.
Fullmetal!
Edward!
Edward Elric!
Who even needs alchemy?
Aww.
I've got them.
Aww.
You've done it! That's the right answer!
Hooray! We just need
Good
friends.
job! You beat me! Go ahead! Take him home!
Hooray! It's nice that he's happy about that.
Back door's right over there.
Goodbye, Edward Elric!
Hooray!
Oh, it's so fucking good. Oh, it just makes so much goddamn sense. The truth is so exciting
Like, you
because
did it!
the truth is like, you figured it out. You son of a bitch. You did it. This is what it's all about. And it really is. This is what it's all about.
Love?
It's, I guess, sort of, yeah.
Brotherhood?
Yeah. And because of that, Truth says that Ed can take whatever the hell he wants. In this, I think he says, I think in the English dub, he says, like, go and get him, which is more like, oh, this is good enough for exchange for your brother. I think it's more clear in the original and the manga where he says, like, you can have anything you want.
You understand, like, the point of humanity in a
you
way.
You get it. Yeah. Like, you
get the, like, humanity. I am, like, I guess, like, it's, like, this is, like, a me thing of, like, I get, like, humanity is, like, about, like, connection and stuff. And, like, we need to, like, have those people, like, who care for us and, like, love each other and that kind of thing. But, like, I guess, like, also, like, having hobbies is also, like, I feel like that's a bit humanity.
I think, I'm not sure if it is specifically about the connection. I'm not sure if it's, like, I don't think this is a power of love moment necessarily. Yeah. I think it is understanding the weight of the power that this is. Alchemy has a lot of power and knowledge. It's basically, it's not just, obviously, it's not going to be stupid after this, but he's almost giving up the pursuit of knowledge. And which is huge. It's so fueled. It's fueled everything in this series. Everything in the series, the way that alchemists work, the way that Father has worked, has been fueled by this insatiable desire to know and explain and be everything.
That's kind of, at the risk of kind of everything.
And and Ed says, "Oh, well, I don't want that," and it's so counter to what alchemy is and what this is. It's like he's basically just like flipped everything inside out. And so everything that has been chasing now doesn't need to be chased anymore. And what's left is anything that you want. And so it's, oh, God, I love the show.
One more question.
Yeah.
Does he get his leg back?
I think that's a spoiler for next episode, unless you want me to give it away.
I don't care.
He does not.
I was half right. Yeah. I was half right.
Yeah. And that is a deliberate choice.
Okay.
So that's actually so Ed can theory have anything he wants. Again, he could take Al back, he could take his leg back, he could take whatever the hell else he wants. But he chooses to
so it's like
keep his
I think what we're learning is like power is like not in like power is nothing if you don't have like people to care about.
Kinda, yeah.
Did I miss the point or that?
No, that's kind of it.
Okay. Because alchemy kind of feels like, because like alchemists like in this like show were the most powerful, like they were the richest. They like
they were given so many resources. Well, I think it's the balance of pursuit of knowledge, not just power. I think it's knowledge. I think knowledge is power. Knowledge is power.
Well, I think there's a difference. It feels like in this show there's a difference between like the people who want knowledge and people who want power. Because like Ed really just like want.
I think at some point they converge.
I do think that too, but I think like Ed, for example, like he didn't want all that power. He wasn't trying to get, he didn't do this to get power. He did it to get his mom back, and then he got a bunch of knowledge.
Yes.
Like he just like likes to learn.
Yeah. Like, but I think it's the pursuit of knowledge and power. And I'm saying knowledge in ways that can be used for power. I think they're kind of really inextricably linked in this case. In the balance between that and humanity and understanding that. And to be able to choosing to give up and choosing to abandon this search, not just for knowledge. Obviously, people shouldn't be stupid, but like abandoning the inhumane nature of a constant search for knowledge to gain power in favor of humanity is, I think, like the ding, 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 oh shit kind of moment.
Yeah.
Anyway, any other questions?
No, I'm good.
Show. Like I said, when I first read that, I was like, oh my God, it makes sense. The whole thing makes sense. I consider this one of like the most, what's the word I want to use? Not just satisfying, but like very fitting endings.
Yeah, I think it works.
It works so well. It's not just like, oh yeah, well, I guess. It's like, it feels like we had, like a very specific space in which the thing could fit. And we could have fit theoretically any shape in it, but it fits so tightly and perfectly that everything just kind of comes together in a beautiful array. So I love the show.
So Ed gives up his ability to use alchemy.
Yes.
But he can still like learn alchemy stuff. He just can't do it.
Correct.
Okay, so he can still like read books and stuff. Like really what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like he didn't care about all this.
Yeah, he did. I mean, the first it's kind of sad because like the initial way that they start learning alchemy, part of it is just because they're just reading their dad's stuff. I think it's like partly a way for them to be closer to the dad, even though they hate their dad, and even though Ed hates his dad. But I think part of it is just like this thing that they know.
And then they wanted power to get their mom back.
And
they really wanted, they wanted power to get back those connections.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's kind of like, and then if I give up this power, I get my best connection, which is my brother.
Yeah. I love the show. So, anyway.
We did it!
That was crazy, Al.
Remember when we tried to get our mom back?
Let's try it again.
Oh.
Now let's go home. Together.
Yay! What's up?
Hey, he's waking up. How are you feeling? You okay?
Ed then, once he gets the go-ahead, he gets Al, and they get out of there.
Hooray!
And so Al finally comes to in the human world. Thank God he is naked, but they did put a coat over him for modesty purposes. So thank you. He doesn't look great, but he seems happy at the moment.
He's there. He can talk.
Yeah, he can talk. He can.
Aww.
Welcome back.
Can we get him to a hospital? Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh. Last. It's so warm.
Be careful. May. Be careful. Oh, but also.
Sorry. It was wrong of me to put you through that.
It was. Oh.
It's okay now.
Oh.
He feels warmth for the first time in years.
When we can make him an apple pie.
We can. He shakes his father's hand for the first time. I mean, this is important to know. Al probably does not have any memories of his father whatsoever.
Right.
Which is why I think that there's why Al is more inclined to want to pursue a relationship with Zed where Ed isn't. Ed remembers enough to have a very strong resentment. Al doesn't remember Hohenheim at all. So Al, a very important thing is the first thing that he's able to feel is just a handshake from his father. It's beautiful. And then, of course, May aggressively hugs him, and we're like, please be
careful.
Be gentle with him. Oh, so Al is here, and he's a human again. He's in his human body, and we love it.
Go to the hospital.
Go to the hospital. There is actually a scene where they're like, we put your children in the hospital.
Good.
Thank God.
Especially Al. Mm-hmm. Ed's injured.
Yeah.
And
he did have a whole rod through his arm.
I know.
That was bad.
That was through muscle though. I think they can heal better.
Hopefully.
I think if it goes with muscle, it's easier to heal up.
Yeah.
Than an artery.
Yeah, it's true. And so we kind of close out this episode
the end.
with starting kind of some of the resolution. We'll see more of this in the next episode, which I think is more of a proper epilogue. And so we see a scene where Ed delivers.
A lot of shit happened. That was the day.
Mustang have taken control of
look at the baby.
And successfully halted the military coup d'etat perpetrated by the senior staff. That was centered around an alchemic procedure which would have sacrificed the nation's population.
Mrs. Bradley.
That's so fucked.
Procedure has yet to be released, but General Kremen and General Edison have been apprehended as the two lead conspirators.
Because everybody else is dead?
Yeah, scapegoat.
Their opposing forces have now been disarmed.
The shrunken body of pride to Mrs. Bradley. She's very tearful, but
this was so fucked up.
We don't really see much of it. It's just more hey, it's a long story, but that's your son, and also your husband is dead. Here you go.
What's she gonna do with that?
We'll find out.
What?
We're actually gonna see that next episode.
What?
Not a lot. Don't worry about it. So
not okay.
We see there's closure from the arc at the Radio Capital. Is it supposed to be that? Should it be Capital?
Do you want to worry about it right now?
I'm not gonna worry about it right now. So
you would close out the screen?
No, never. So the radio broadcast says hey, we,
And they're still like doing the political
over.
thing.
Yeah, the coup's over. So our side was able to just scapegoat some of the top commanders that were, of course, not on our side, and say like, it was their fault. What a shame. So they are brought
Nobody
into
for
custody.
breaks, this is them.
Yep. So actually, this is what happened. Everyone else is good. Colonel Mustang says he's going to take care of it. Don't worry about it.
Bradley.
King Bradley, dead.
Woo!
Celine Bradley, dead.
Woo! I know they're upset, but I'm happy.
And everyone's like, oh no. And everyone's like, yeah. So that's good.
They're like, oh no, that poor child died. And we're like, honey.
Yeah. So let's see. So yep, Generals Clement and Edison are stripped of power, taken into custody.
I personally saw to it that your sons were admitted to the hospital.
Good. Especially Al.
I'm grateful for your help.
Nonsense. I am the one who is truly grateful. We are all in debt to the efforts of Edward and Alphonse. Without those boys' relentless courage, this nation would be no more.
Question.
True.
Thank you very much.
What's the last episode then?
We'll get there.
Okay.
More of an epilogue.
Oh, baby.
Thank you.
Think that more as an epilogue.
Okay, that's fine.
Dusk is settling, and then Major Armstrong comes out, and they just have like a quick chat, being like, "Hey, we took your kid to the hospital. Cool." And
then you get fucks off.
Hohenheim. Well, it's also important to note Hohenheim looks like he is worse for wear. He's starting to kind of flake around the edges, which means that like his body is quickly decaying. He probably does not have much time left. But he seems appreciative of Alex Armstrong. But Armstrong is like, "Hey, your kids saved this country. Like, we are eternally grateful for them. Good job, except you didn't do anything. They're good boys. They're good kids, and
they had a great mother."
Yeah. And so Hohenheim gets out of there. I'm not gonna cry. I might cry.
Did you at least say goodbye to your sons?
Don't worry about it. Why start now?
Hello, Tricia. I'm home.
And he goes back to Risenbull.
Oh.
And he goes to Trisha's grave.
Yeah.
And then he starts talking to Trisha.
So get this. Ed actually called me his father.
Aww.
Although he did preface it with rotten.
It's true. Aww.
Living through all of these endless years, I always felt like I'd been struck with a curse. But then I found you, and we had our sons, and I suddenly felt blessed, grateful for the life I had. I've had a fulfilling life.
Because we were just falling apart anyway.
To you.
And as his body kind of decomposes or kind of breaks down.
And then he dies?
And then he dies. Yeah, so it's really cute.
It's really sweet.
He's he's kind of bragging about his kids. He's really excited about things that are going. And it's this really sweet moment where he says that after Hohenheim spent so much of his life resenting who he was, being the human philosopher's stone, and just wanting to find a way to end it all. What he wanted to do he wanted to find a way to get rid of that philosopher's stone so he could grow old with Trisha and die. And he's realizing after he's finally built this, has a relationship with his children now, and he's seeing the world kind of move in a positive direction, he's like, oh shit, I think I want to keep on living. And it's heartbreaking. He's saying this as he's dying.
But he kind of seems like okay with it.
Yeah, he understands this is just how things are. But but he realizes that he finally found something to live for. And of course he did want to live for Trisha, but he wanted to die with Trisha.
Yeah.
He was already living no matter what. Trisha was somebody that he finally found someone he wanted to close with. And he's realizing that now he actually has something to live for. And so...
Too bad, buddy.
Yeah, so his body kind of starts fading away. And almost very similar to what happened with King Bradley is that, his hair is kind of gray and his body's kind of aging, where he still has that kind of human vessel, a human body. So he's not fading away like one of the homunculi, but the stone is kind of fading from within him. Mm-hmm. And Hohenheim dies.
Well, Pinocchio comes in.
flame. I didn't know you.
Oh no, oh no.
Silly old fool. Well, at least you died with a smile on your face, my
Just stuff like that.
The Pinako comes in and he's like, hey, Hohenheim, and realizes what has happened. And is like, you son of a bitch. But Hohenheim died smiling.
Aww.
So,
The end?
the end. What do you think, Dara?
Oh, that was a lot.
Yeah.
I do feel satisfied. I know there's an epilogue, which I feel like is mainly just going to be concluding a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, you were right. I was, like, pretty satisfied with, like, how things were going. The journey was hard.
It was a rough go.
Why did I have to see a dog and a child get fused together?
It was part of the journey.
Was it?
It was.
I didn't like it.
We can't like every part of the journey. Goddamn. It really is satisfying. It's just everything. What goes around comes around, and that's actually like a theme with alchemy, where like the idea that I am the circle and the story is a circle. We start here, and everything is going to come back around at some point.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a thing of like people who want power. It's kind of like you got the power, now what?
Now what?
And then like Ed kind of realizing that like the power is not important. What's important is like my brother who is.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's my brother, only closer.
Aww. Yeah.
Yeah, and I do kind of like it. Like I would like it if Ed was just like a teacher in like his town and like I can't do like the fun like alchemy stuff anymore, but like he can still like.
Ed would be a very funny teacher because you know that he would throw things at the children.
Yeah,
but in a funny way, and like Izumi, I can see that that'd be really interesting. But
I just don't know. Like, I could think he'd be like a nice like teacher and just like do this thing, and then like a like stupid kid become like, yo, you can't even do alchemy. You can't even do like the fun like sparky stuff. What happened? It's like, kid, let me tell you.
Let me tell you a story.
Let me tell you a story. So I tried to bring my mom back from life because she died.
Hey, his first lesson: don't try to bring your dead mom back.
So it's like, I want to bring this thing right from the dead. It's like, no,
don't do it.
And that didn't cause like the catalyst of what happened.
Yeah,
that was already happening.
But
like, because of that, it made me a human sacrifice of plot armor.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy.
Also, don't make chimeras.
Don't make chimeras. Ooh, don't make chimeras.
If you have a child and a pet, don't make a chimera.
Chimeras. Don't do it. Don't make them. Oh boy, would you like some trivia?
Yes.
All right. This episode is adapted from content in Chapter 108, Journey's End. The symbol which appears...
That's the next episode.
Yeah. The symbol which appears in the background of this episode's title card is the Sephirothic engraving on Edward Elric's gate. This episode airs without a musical opening sequence, but rain is played at the end of the episode as the credits roll over scenes of von Hohenheim's life. Due to this episode being created from storyboards and not the actual manga pages, as I was kind of talking about this last episode, this episode was animated before the chapter was officially released. Several scenes and locations are slightly different from the manga versions. An example would be where Al is finally brought back with everyone around him. The entire area is in ruins in the manga, but in the anime, the majority of the building is still intact. This also explains why many characters change their clothes, while in the manga, they stay in them until a new day is passed. The major story, all the same, minor changes in like some of the aesthetics because they were just working on kind of thumbnails and storyboards.
Yeah. Okay.
In the English version, Truth's response of approval to Ed's sacrifice comes out in a fusion-type mix of Ed and Al's voices, somewhat similar to how Truth takes on the affected voice of whoever it speaks to in the Japanese version. I don't know why they changed the voicing type between the versions. That's interesting. Anyway, in the manga, Father only lost an arm and leg to Greed's kamikaze attack. However, in this episode, his entire body is turned to graphite. This was likely to make it more believable for a human to punch a hole through him, as it wouldn't make much sense for someone being able to punch a hole through a body that was fundamentally human. That does make sense, actually. Yeah. That does make sense. Oh boy, any other thoughts on this episode?
I want to finish it up now.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm satisfied. I'm good. And it's only 5:40.
Oh my god.
One more episode. We can do it.
We can do it,
buddy.
It's time for a comment corner or the Zom corner because we mostly just have new comments from Zom. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate it. I'm just going to go around. I'm not going to read all of them. Sorry about that, but thank you for your understanding. I like this. Oh, this This is episode 48 has some fun comments. It says gluttony is the saddest homunculi death. Yeah.
Is it?
It is because like gluttony. I've talked about this in the episode because gluttony is really interesting because he killed people.
Yeah.
That's bad. He is a monster, but he also has like this very naive childlike sense to him. So when he's like dying, it's because like when he's getting consumed, it's like I don't know. It's like he's kind of like seems so naive that it feels unfair. But
I guess yeah, gluttony is the saddest. Lust is the most upsetting to me just because of like the screaming. Mm-hmm. That wasn't fun.
Yeah, that was bad.
Although it was bad. Mustang was badass
and also
and hot.
And also Zom says, "Can we all take a moment to appreciate Dara's hair?" I would like to take a moment to appreciate Dara's hair.
Looking at?
It looks like you normally look.
Oh,
I love your hair. You have great hair.
Did I do anything special with my hair? I like my hair too.
Yeah.
But I was like, did I do something different?
Like the comments from episode 52. Yes, the Armstrongs able to have family debates in the middle of a war zone. They do that. And this is y'all need Leto. That's really funny.
What?
The sun god, Leto.
Oh.
You know. Also episode 49. No, their dad taught the East, father taught the West. I don't know why I assumed it was Hohenheim was both.
Who else would have taught the East?
Well, no, definitely Hohenheim definitely taught the East,
Oh.
but did he also teach the West, or was that makes sense? That makes sense actually. Don't at me.
Okay.
Thank you. Very fun. All right, and I'm just gonna read these from episode 54, and then I'll keep jumping around later. Zam says, "And we chose to Alt F4 reality." So we can point out the irony of how the homunculi have died so far. Yes, I was trying to find a specific thing about that, but I'm just gonna wait until the
live show.
The live show to do
Okay.
that because I'm trying to find it. There's a post that references this, but the homunculi die in a very specific way in accordance to their sin. For example, gluttony is consumed, and there's like an inherent irony to that. But there's a better post, and I want to find that before we do that. Also, nice ring. Oh, thank you. I wear this one all the time.
Is it a class ring?
I'm not married. It is. Actually, it's a high school class ring. I put it on in high school, and then I never took it off.
I never got my class ring.
Really?
I didn't want one.
That's fair.
I'm not a ring person.
Yeah, that's valid. That's not a lot of people do this, but I don't usually wear jewelry, so it's like the one piece of jewelry I wear. There's so much to talk about, but I want us to watch the last episode, and then we'll have a lot of big series-wide thoughts
For the
when we
live
finally
stream.
do our live stream. So that's where we want to go. If you want to hear overall thoughts, things about general, like,
And we'll get more
overarching
information about
themes,
the live stream
characters.
in the last episode.
Correct. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. We are almost at the end. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Hi, how you doing? You can like, comment, and subscribe. We do appreciate that. If you comment, we will read it on the show, which I think is very fun. And you can also listen to our audio-only podcast over on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. You can also follow us on a variety of social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We are at WittyClose on there. And we are also on Patreon, where you can give us money. Dara, what do we have?
Okay, so we got monthly live stream. That's at the lowest level, so you get access to that,
which is very fun.
We either like hang out. I feel like live stream secondly like took over like when we used to do random episodes.
Yeah,
that kind of took over that because we just like hang out and talk with people, or we watch a movie.
Yep.
Or we watch multiple movies. Mm-hmm. Or we play games. We were $5 level first reaction or a fan reaction where we watch a show that we either have both seen or neither of us have seen.
Yeah.
Watching Avatar: Last Airbender. We had a couple crazy months, but hopefully we'll get back on that soon.
Yeah.
We have an idea for the $10 level, but we are going to wait till Fullmetal Alchemist is complete and the live stream is done, and then we will execute that a bit better. And yes.
Hooray! So thank you so much. Join us next time. We'll be talking about the final episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 64, Journey's End. Ooh, don't look, that's a spoiler. All right, until next time, I'm Kim Clothier.
I'm Dara Whitman.
Peace.
Oh, I thought we were going to have like a meeting in heaven thing.
It's actually what it's like, what happens in the manga, and it's absolutely stabs you in the heart.
Cute.
You have to read it because I was like tearing. I was like, ugh. It's bad.
You wouldn't let me read it.
I'll let you read that scene.